High School, for she's alright. Keep the colors flying o'er the red and black. Show the other fellas what she can do. Fostoria High School, for she'll break through.
At this time, I ask that all in attendance remain standing, and gentlemen, please remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem, performed by the members of the Fostoria High School Band under the direction of Mr. Steve Kaufman. Thank you. You may be seated. Good morning. My name is Mike Daring, principal of Fostoria Junior Senior High School, and it is my privilege to welcome you here today as we celebrate the class of 2022 and the 149th annual commencement of Fostoria High School. For the students sitting in front of you, this day represents culmination of years of hard work and determination. We could not be more proud of these students and all they have accomplished over the past 6 years. The memories that were created and the relationships that have been built will pave the way for them as they embark on their new journey beyond high school. On behalf of the faculty and staff, I would like to thank each and every one of you for the opportunities you have given us as educators and for the lessons that we have learned from you. Thank you so very much. I would also like to personally express my most sincere gratitude for all of you, the parents and guardians, grandparents, siblings, relatives, friends, and Fostoria City School staff members for the roles that you have played in these students' lives. Without your support and without your contributions you have made to the development of these young adults, they would not be sitting here today ready to start a new chapter in their lives. As we celebrate the accomplishments of this group today, let us make this ceremony a dignified and memorable event. At this time, I ask for you to please silence your cell phones and join together in a respectful demonstration of our shared appreciation for these students. Thank you. And now, at this time, I ask that the Salutatorian of the class of 2022, Shay Olin, come to the podium and introduce today's honored guests.
Good afternoon. It is my privilege as the Salutatorian for the class of 2022 to introduce our school district representatives and honored guests seated behind me. As I announce you, I ask that you stand and remain standing until all in your row have been recognized. Tommy Wade, Fostoria City Schools Board of Education member. Tom Grine, Fostoria City Schools Board of Education member. Betsy Brigham, Fostoria City Schools Board of Education member. Pat Grine, Fostoria City Schools Board of Education member, and Rosemary Krieger, Vanguard Sentinel representative. You may be seated. Tim Murray, Fostoria Junior Senior High School Athletic Director. Amanda Ricketts, Fostoria City School Digital Director. Jennifer Abel, Fostoria City Schools Director of Student Services. Tara Matz, Fostoria City Schools Director of Curriculum, and Paul DeMarco, Fostoria City Schools Treasurer. Dr. Tom Guernsey, Fostoria City Schools Board of Education President, Andrew Sprang, Fostoria City Schools Superintendent, Gabe Sierra, Fostoria Junior Senior High School Assistant Principal, Sharon Stannard, accepting the Teacher Emeritus Award, and Mike Daring, Fostoria Junior Senior High School Principal. You may be seated. Thank you to these guests, and thank you to all of you for being here with us today.
Thank you, Shay. At this time, I ask that Emily Salisbury, valedictorian of the class of 2022, approach the podium and address her classmates and those gathered here today.
Good morning. Before I begin, I would first like to express gratitude to those who have helped us 2022 graduates be in the position we are today. Thank you, parents and family, for your unconditional love and sacrifice. Thank you, friends, for your loyalty and humility. Thank you, staff, for your unwavering support and encouragement. And finally, I want to say thank you to this community for creating opportunities that will lead to our success. No credit is to be taken from the students in this room today, however. Through all the trials and tribulations we have endured here at Fostoria Junior Senior High School, I'd say we were able to overcome them and become stronger. Between the unfortunate fire that banished us to the basement of St. Wendelin, a new building, and the funky flu you may have heard of, we could demonstrate our resilience and triumph in the hardest of times. Once upon a time, years ago, the electrical wiring in the boiler room of Fostoria Junior Senior High School decided it wanted to catch fire and spread smoke through the entirety of the building. This meant the whole school needed to be cleaned, and hundreds of students suddenly became schoolless. Demonstrating their Christian values, St. Wendelin kindly opened their doors to us poor junior high students. But due to a lack of space, placed us in the basement, which was coincidentally next to the boiler, the same culprit that had caused our predicament. Many smells were confined in a small space, and classes were packed. Breaks were spent in the gymnasium bleachers, and lunches were sacked. After 2 weeks of exile, we were finally able to return to our normal lives. It could only stay normal for so long, however, as sophomore year marked one of change. A new school building was built, and the memories of our past high school years had suddenly felt erased. And then, the funniest thing happened. We were sent home for 2 weeks, which, at the time, was simply an extension of spring break. No one could have ever guessed the extent that this one event would impact the rest of our high school career and potentially the rest of our lives. The motto we chose to represent the class of 2022 was "Take pride in how far you've come, have faith in how far you can go, but don't forget to enjoy the journey." I can say with fair certainty that we bettered ourselves with the experiences we went through during high school. We learned perseverance and strength before we even had the chance to step into the real world. We now stand before you, no longer children, but grown people. We've learned how to use deodorant, thankfully. The schools of the past have been demolished, including Longfellow, Riley, our old high school, and even St. Wendelin. With our fortitude, we will continue to bulldoze a path into the future. We are finally here today at the final hurdle. We have demonstrated our ability to adapt to change. I wish you all well in your future endeavors, wherever they may take you. Thank you, Fostoria City Schools, for providing all that you have for us. Good luck and leave a legacy, class of 2022.
Thank you, Emily. In our efforts to recognize and honor those who have come before us, Fostoria Junior and Senior High School present the Teacher Emeritus Award each year. The word emeritus designates a retired person and symbolizes their distinctive service that is bestowed only upon a select few. Those chosen as recipients of the Teacher Emeritus Award must meet these qualifying factors. The recipient must be retired from teaching as a member of Fostoria City Schools faculty. Throughout their years of service, the recipient will have demonstrated a commitment to the academic and personal development of Fostoria City Schools students. At this time, Superintendent Andrew Sprang will come to the podium and present this year's Teacher Emeritus Award.
Thank you and good morning. I'd like to take a moment to welcome you all as we celebrate the class of 22 and offer congratulations to our graduates sitting before us. But moving on, it is my privilege and honor to introduce our Teacher Emeritus for this year's graduation ceremony, Ms. Sharon Stannard. Ms. Stannard truly is the example for a life dedicated to the service of children in a wide range of school positions. In all, she has been in the field of education for 51 years, 42 of those years dedicated to the students, families, and community of Fostoria. Ms. Stannard studied at Bowling Green State University, earning her Bachelor of Science degree and then a Master's degree from Indiana University. For the first 9 years of her career, they were spent in Cedar Lake and Hammond, Indiana, before she made the choice to move closer to family and come back to Fostoria. The remainder of her career has been supporting the Red and Black. Throughout her career in Fostoria, she has held numerous roles, starting out as a sixth grade teacher at Lowell, was the principal of Field, then she moved to the director of special education, assistant superintendent, and then the superintendent of Fostoria Schools. Most recently, she spent the past 12 years serving on the Board of Education. Throughout all of this, there was never a doubt that the students came first and foremost. When Ms. Stannard provided some background information, she spoke of the feeling of being truly blessed to work with school employees, families, and students over her career. I think it is safe to say that from the people that have worked with her, that it has been a privilege and honor to know and work with Ms. Stannard as a colleague, a role model, and a mentor. She has truly lived the district vision to inspire, succeed, and leave a legacy. Please help me in recognizing Ms. Sharon Stannard as the Teacher Emeritus for the Fostoria City Schools and welcome her to the podium to present the graduating class of 2022.
It is indeed a humbling and yet proud honor to be named Teacher Emeritus. The only thing that Mr. Daring left out of the definition was it also means you're old. The legacy of all teachers is that teachers open the door, but the students have to enter in. Teachers will never really know our influence stops, but we cherish the doors we've opened for you. Students, your journey began full of adventures and mysteries. You unlocked the decoder of how to read and manipulate numbers. Each stage of your school life brought you new challenges. You decided early to either do your very best or you'd skim by with the minimum. What you accomplished or did not accomplish in the past 13 years is coming to an end today. Take a minute now and look at your fellow classmates, because this is the last day and the last time that all of you will be gathered in the same place. Many, many roads lie in front of you, and whichever road you choose, you can experience success. Success is the self-satisfaction that you did your best to become the best that you are capable of becoming. The longer I live, the more I realize the impact of attitude. We have a choice every day of how we're going to face that day. We cannot change the past. We don't know how people are going to react to things around us, but you can control by only allowing 10% of what happens to you, and then 90% is how you react. You, and only you, are in charge of your attitude. There is much, much more coming your way. To help you, you must realize there are no mistakes, no failures in life, but lessons to be learned. Understand that no one is more important than you or less important. Nurture a sense of humor. And one of the things that has carried me through these many, many years, I've learned to be able to laugh at myself, and I hope you can do that too. You must accept responsibility. You must see problems as challenges. You must be able to live in peace, and in this world today, how much that is so needed. You must learn to know that there are things that you cannot change. You just move on. You need to have the wisdom to know the difference. One of my favorite poets is Robert Frost. He said, "Two roads diverged into the woods. I chose the one less traveled, and that made all the difference." May each of you, students, become the difference on the road you choose. And now, speaking of honors, it is my absolute honor to announce that the young men and women sitting here before us today have met and exceeded all the graduation requirements set forth by the Ohio Department of Education and the Fostoria Board of Education. I present to you the Fostoria Junior High School class of 2022. Congratulations.
We will now present diplomas to the class of 2022. Each year, students are able to choose a staff member at Fostoria Junior Senior High School to present them with their diploma. Dr. Guernsey and Mr. Spring will also congratulate the students as they receive their diplomas. I ask that you please limit your applause to all graduates may have their name heard by those in attendance. Emily Nicole Salisbury. Shay Alexa Olin. Trevor James Nowicki. Brooklyn Maria Bermudez. Elizabeth Ann Briner. Caitlin May Desmond. Blaine Bishop Groves. Tristan Ray Bergstedt. Taylor Shay Marie Napier. Lakai LeVar Robinson. Malachi Deshaun Michael Ferguson. Morgan Jade Freeman. Amaya Shaylin Jones. Simone Brene Walker. James Edward Lee Johnson. Roman Lee Parks. Xavier Franklin Ferguson. Samuel Lewis Smith. Zachary Levi Ward.
Brooke Irene Scott.
Braden Keith Boucher. Aiden George. Jordan Ray Vogel. Trent Asbell. Alex Byron Hodenshield. Matrice Lanaya Fuller. Emma Marie Pletcher. Gracie Isabel Salcido. Ryder Robert Doan. Angel Mendoza. Gage Alexander Brown. Selena Anne Marie Denny. Araya Ariana Fant. Raylyn J. Hoffman. Christina Elizabeth Maurer. Quincy Darnell McDonald, Jr. Alexandria Gabrielle Marino. Michaela Riley Navarro. Nevaeh Madison Lee Peck. Cheyenne Heaven Lee Pierce. Malia Marie Rose. Esperanza Renee Sanchez. Dakota James Wilcox. Lillian Rochelle Martin. Jalen Robert Eugene Porter. Taylor Robin Ray. Reagan Leanne Sproul. Constance Raylyn Nye. Alexander Mason Bean. Ariana Marie Laney. Madison Lee Kenley. Davon Tyler McBeth. Autumn Rose Rife. Carlos Adrian Carbajal Tobias. Jared Michael Durst. Jasmine Marie Groves. Sierra Rose Kleinmark. Austin Dale Daniels. Caden Andrew Coleman. Sean Michael Sauber. Mason Alexander Smith. Guy Groves Guernsey. Keita Narus. Ashley Nicole Dixon. Aaron Willing Norton. Ethan Lucas Mercado. Hunter Alexander Bradner. Shane Randall Haas, Jr. Landon Napoleon Powell. Keegan Oldacre. Jonathan Michael Nally, Jr. Cicely Murray Janice Powers. Alexis Marie St. Clair. Dylan Windland. Tyson Russell Barth. Wyatt Jackson Cobb. Antonio Davon Crane. Octaviano Celestino Galvan. Dominic Joseph Krupp. Notarius James Smith. At this time, I ask all seniors, please stand. Members of the class of 2022, you may flip your tassels. I request that all in attendance please stand for the playing of the Fostoria High School alma mater, performed by the members of the Fostoria High School Band under the direction of Mr. Steve Kaufman. Thank you. You may be seated. In closing, I would again like to thank all of those individuals who played a part in these students' lives over the last 18 years. It truly takes a village to raise a child. Thank you to the Fostoria City School Board of Education and the Fostoria community for the continued support of our school district. Thank you to Miss Kathy Booker and Miss Nora Landright for your efforts as co-senior class advisors and the coordination of this commencement ceremony. Thank you to Mr. Kaufman and your students for performing this afternoon. Thank you, Mr. Matt Swarchek, Mr. Andrew Groman, and their student assistants for the production and broadcast of today's event. Thank you to the custodial staff and office staff for their contributions to today. Thank you to Miss Sharon Stannard for joining us today and allowing us the privilege of honoring her hard work and dedication to Fostoria City Schools. To the graduating seniors, we are proud of the hard work, dedication, and perseverance that you have demonstrated over the past 13 years. It has not always been an easy road. There have been many ups and downs with obstacles and challenges that you have had to overcome to get to this point in your lives. From the 2018 fire in the building where we relocated to St. Wendland for 6 to 8 weeks, we were learning in makeshift classrooms with curtains. And in 2020, with the new construction mid-year relocation into the new junior-senior high school. The spring of 2020, when the global pandemic of COVID-19, where we finished the school year through remote learning and a tremendous amount of uncertainty. And the fall of 2020, where we went remote from Thanksgiving through the holidays and continued masking and being socially distanced from one another. Even through all of these adversities, you have demonstrated unwavering resilience and perseverance. I am proud to say that you have passed the test. Remember, it is not what happens to us in life that determines our outcomes. It's our response to these events and our positive mindsets that ultimately determine our outcomes. These are very important lessons to learn, as you will find out very soon that life will have struggles and challenges as well as successes and achievements. Personal growth occurs with the struggle to overcome those obstacles. They are learning opportunities for future events. I am confident that you have the skill set and the tools needed to succeed and face any challenges that come your way. Thank you. There are two final announcements before the seniors recess. First is with dismissal, seniors will exit the gymnasium and proceed to the right to the Legacy Hallway for pictures and congratulations. Two, seniors will have 30 minutes to pick up their high school diplomas in the Performing Arts Center. Thank you. Seniors, please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you the class of 2022.
Fostoria High School, for she's alright. Keep the colors flying o'er the red and black. Show the other fellas what she can do. Fostoria High School, for she'll break through.